Hello friends, you're most welcome back in this new video tutorial with OSP Pro. In this video today I'm going to be showing you how to use hospital patient management system. I designed this system using different program language, and some of them include PHP. I used MySQL. I also used JavaScript. There's also a combination of Ajax, but not as that. But in most cases I used something called jQuery. Used something called HTML5, which is okay with you guys. I also use CSS3, and I also use something called bootstrap. If you guys also know something called animate.css, animate.min.css. Now this is some simple combination that I managed to happen to utilize for this simple projects. Now this project just use that validations. That's an HTML validation, so it validates you with an HTML. So this system here, I'm trying to say in simple term, it has got different users. We have the administrators, we have the patients, and we also have the nurses. Where the admin is on has the full control of this system, as well as the nurse has the right to register a given user. Then a patient can always check his own record or her record, and then on the other way around can also verify his or her details in the system. Now, before I go further, let me just take you shortly to walk you with my database, and we get to know how the things look like and what we have there. Now, we have different stuffs to take care of. If you hear someone in the background, it's my son. I try to make him keep quiet, but doesn't want to keep quiet, so okay, in a simple term, let's just try to work with it. Let me just try to work it down here shortly. These are my table users. I have login, I have manufacturer, nurses, patients, wards, appointments, diagnosis, drugs, hospital, and this is some of the stuffs we have in our system. Now, when you try to log in using username, etc., using fake things, it will process to you and say long login details. Now for me, I process my stuffs from somewhere else. This makes your application to become faster. You bet? It keeps your application faster. I don't care which technology you're using, but make sure when you're rendering up an application, just like this one, make sure your stuffs are rendered from another kind of a template, or you'll create up another template that renders up your application. This will give you a complete chance to know how your application is going to run. So this is my login, and I think you can see I'm including the header, the database configuration, and this is just my simple login. Now I'm selecting whether you can log in with your username or password, actually. Username and password to access the system. And then on the other way around to process it, I process in the root process. And this is my login credentials, where I need either username and the password to access the system. Now, if you just check on to process, please make sure you go to your log index. Index is this page, and this is it. And the method I'm using is called post. I'm posting record to the database, but actually I'm fetching them. I didn't happen to make the part called forgot password. If you're using this system for now, you can actually disable this, or I'll make this in the next video showing you how, if you forgot password, how to render that, and then the password can always be sent to, a code can always be sent to someone's someone's Gmail or phone number. Then you can verify, enter that given passcode sent to you, then you can confirm to show that is you. Then you reset and put your new password if you forgot one. As simple as that. Now, forgot password technology is just looking onto if at all someone users forgot a password. Don't forget, the main point here is like, I happen to have the username and password, and then the submit button, which is actually submitting record, and it's called login. So this login is one which is processing for us the information inside the process. And then you can see if you insert login, if the login button is clicked, we try to trigger everything as extract, we extract everything, and then we request if there's no error, because I happen to enter echo my error, I happen to handle error request here. If I have errors, I go from errors. Otherwise, so definitely there's however much I have error handlers, it will not process to me, because there's no way there then why I can say that the error is that can actually lead to that. Then here, when user is there, we are trying to fetch that user one record and then we roll it. So when you roll that given user, this is definitely what gets to us here. So that's how it is like in different simple term. This one actually throws for us that given user who is actually present in our application. And this is session because we want to keep those users in the session. And also we're trying to check if the user is logged in and username exists, let also the user status stand to 1. This one helps us to know in a simple term to handle something called the status, how many users are present in online. And then this one checks if the record everything is okay, then send a message to show login successful and redirect someone to dashboard. Others, if it is long, let the person try again. Others, if there's nothing, tell him to use username or wrong or password is wrong. Like this, if I try to just give something fake like that, and I click on the submit button, I think you can see wrong username and password. If you check back on our system, I happen to make something called a password recovery. And I think you see my password reset is 1, 2, 3. If I just come in here and I put my username as OSP and I give password as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If I submit, I think you can see my login is successful. And this I happen to direct automatically straight to my dashboard, which is showing me something of this sort. So guys, thanks for watching this short video. If you find it interesting, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the next video. Thank you. I'm going to post another video which I'm going to describe for you guys how to work on a registration.